Hi everyone, I hope that you all are doing good. So in today's session we will see this introduction of chapter fractions and decimals. Okay, so starting my session with fraction. So first I will explain you what fraction exactly mean. Okay, see, suppose we are having any whole object like a square, circle or any object. Okay, so when we are dividing it into parts, so that part is known as fraction. Okay, in short, if I will have to make you understand about fraction, then fraction means a part. Okay, now in more detail, if you want to speak or if you want to understand, then in one line, fraction is nothing but a part of any whole object. Like suppose just we will consider this object. Suppose we are having here one square. Okay, now this is one whole object. Now if we will divide it into two equal half, so this is first part and this is second part. Okay, now this whole object, that is a square, is no more whole object. It has been divided into two parts. So this part is nothing but known as fraction. Okay, so as I told you, fraction is nothing but part of any whole object. Okay, now we are having different types of fractions, students, like proper fractions, improper fractions, okay, then mixed fractions. So we will see one by one each one of them. First, starting from proper fractions. Okay, then we will see improper fractions. Then we will see mixed fractions. Okay, now one by one I will explain you about these each type, and I will give you some examples also, and you can also set a number of examples. Okay, just you have to keep one thing in your mind. Each and every term will be very crystal clear to you. Okay, now starting from proper fraction. What proper fraction exactly? See, this proper fraction. Okay, this proper fraction. In proper fraction, what happens, students? Numerator is less than the denominator. Here what happens? Numerator is less than denominator. Now in fraction we have been learning since our childhood. Okay, numerator and denominators are there. Okay, so when numerator is less than the denominator, then such type of fractions will be categorized as proper type of fractions. Okay, like for example, we are having 2 upon 3, 4 upon 7, 9 upon 13. Like this, we are having a number of examples. Just you have to keep one thing in your mind, that when numerator is less than the denominator, then such type of fractions will be categorized as proper type of fractions. Okay, now coming to next type of fractions, that is improper fractions. Okay, what is that? Improper fractions. So when numerator, just opposite of proper fractions, will be improper fractions. When numerator will be greater than the denominator, then such type of fractions are categorized as improper fractions. Here you can see improper fractions. For this we are having a number of examples, students, like 7 upon 9, 11 upon 9, 11 upon 7, okay, 13 upon 4, means a number of examples you can consider from your side also. Okay, which are, just you have to keep it one thing in your mind, that in this case numerator will be greater than the denominator. Numerator will be greater than the denominator. Now the third type of fraction, that is mixed fraction. Mixed fraction is nothing, students, but it is combination. It is combination of a whole number and fraction. Like suppose 2 and 3 upon 7. Now if you will see here, students, if you will observe it carefully, then this 2 is nothing but whole number, and this 3 upon 7 is nothing but What is this 3 upon 7? It is nothing but proper fraction. So I hope that you understood these all three types of fractions. Now two more different types of fractions are there that you might have learned in your previous classes, students. Okay, that is like fractions and unlike fractions. So like fractions are fractions in which denominators are equal, okay, and unlike fractions are fractions in which denominators are not equal. Okay, so this was about the fraction. Now we will have some operations on fractions. Okay, now the very first one is multiplication of a fraction by whole number. Okay, to understand this, students, first we will have to consider two things, that is very first one is fraction and one whole number. So let us consider one fraction and one whole number. Now here suppose this 3 upon 7, and since we are learning multiplication of whole number by multiplication of fraction by whole number, so in between multiplication sign will be there. Now you can consider here any whole number, like suppose I will consider 7. Okay, now here we are having multiplication of a fraction by whole number. Okay, now what you have to do, students, see, you have to find out the common factor between these two. Okay, that is between numerator and denominator. What students are doing, students are committing mistake here by finding out the common factor between numerator and numerator. Okay, you need not to, or you have not to find the common factor between numerator and numerator or denominator and denominator. You have to always find the common factor between numerator and denominator. Now here two possibilities are there in finding out the common factor, students. Very important topic I am teaching you. Okay, now I will divide this by 1. Why I will divide it? Because the result will not get altered. Okay, if you are dividing any number by 1, the number itself is the result. So I am going to divide this by 1. Now suppose here we will find the common factor. Okay, so two possibilities are there, students. Diagonally we will have one possibility between numerator and denominator, and then vertically also we will have one possibility. Okay, because this and this is also numerator and denominator, this and this is also numerator and denominator, this and this is also numerator and denominator. So I hope that you can find out the common factor between them. Now first I told you how to find out the common factor, or between whom you have to find out the common factor. So here you came to know that between numerator and denominator only you have to find out the common factor. Okay, now find out the common factor here, students. See, in between 3 and 1 we are not having any common factor except 1. Okay, and 1 we are not considering. Okay, so here in between 7 and 7 we are having one common factor, that is 7 itself. So here 7 1 ja 7, here 7 1 ja 7. Now no more simplification is possible, so multiply the numerator and then multiply the denominator and denominator, and finally write the answer in simplest form. Okay, so here 3 we will have 3 into 1, that is 3 1 ja 3, and here we will have 1 into 1, that is 1, or you can simply write it as 3 only. So this was your multiplication of a fraction by whole number. Now your next topic, students, is the meaning of operation of. Okay, anywhere if you will find this term of, then in mathematics of means multiplication operation. Okay, like suppose if you have to find out 4 upon 6 of 8, so we will replace this 4 upon 6, this of will be replaced by multiplication sign, students. Okay, so 8. Now find out the common factor as we found out here between numerator and denominator, and then simplify it to the simplest form. So here we will have the common factor 2. Okay, so 2 3 ja and 2 2 ja. Okay, now common factor is between this and this also, and this and this also. So you can reduce between any two. this and this or this and this, doesn't matter. Now again, no more simplification is possible, students. So multiply the numerators. At numerators we are having 8 and 2, that is 8 2 just 16. At denominator we are having 3, so we will multiply 3 into 1, that is itself 3 will be the final result. Okay, so we will have 16 upon 3 as final answer. So this was your meaning of operation of. Okay, now we will learn about the multiplication of a fraction by fraction. Okay, multiplication of a fraction by fraction only. So for understanding this, students, again we will have to consider two examples, that is two fractions. Okay, now so for understanding this, let us consider two fractions. Now suppose we are having two fractions, 6 upon 7 and 9 upon 3. Okay, and since we are learning the multiplication of two fractions, so in between them multiplication sign will be there. Okay, now we have seen multiplication of a fraction by whole number. Now we will see multiplication of fraction by fraction. Okay, so here what we will do, again we will find out the common factor between numerator and denominator. What we will do, we will find out the common factor between numerator and denominator, and then we will simplify it to the simplest form. So here if you will see, between these two no common factor, between these two yes there is common factor. So 3 1 ja 3 and 3 2 ja 6. Now between 2 and 7, these two no common factor, between these two no common factor. Okay, now no more simplification is possible, so multiply the numerators, then multiply the denominators, and then finally write the answer. So here you are having 9 into 2, that is 18, and here you are having 7 into 1, that is 7. So this will be your final answer. So I hope you understood this topic also. Now moving to the next topic, students. Next topic, here we are having as division of a whole number by fraction. Division of a whole number by fraction. Okay, now what happens when we have to divide a whole number by fraction? Where is whole number? So suppose this is whole number. Now I have to divide this whole number by any fraction, 3 upon 11, consider any one. Now what happens, see this is very important topic, students, please pay attention here. Okay, क्या करना है यहाँ पे, ठीक है? So what we will do, see, followed by equal to sign, we will write this 6 as it is. Okay, and this division sign will be replaced by multiplication sign. क्या करेंगे हम, this ये डिवीजन साइन को क्या करेंगे, मल्टीप्लिकेशन के साइन से चेंज करेंगे. सो आई एम गोइंग टू चेंज दिस डिवीजन साइन बाय मल्टीप्लिकेशन साइन. नाउ व्हाट, सिंस वी चेंज द division sign by multiplication sign, so whatever term which is written after the division sign will be inverted, will be reversed. क्या होगा, वो उलट जाएगा, ठीक है? और याद रखना, what I am telling you, keep it in your mind, remember it always, students. Why? Because students are committing mistake here only. We will not alter, we will not bring any change in the term which is written before division sign. डिवीजन साइन के पहले जो भी टर्म लिखा हुआ है, कोई भी नंबर लिखा हुआ है, उसे कुछ भी नहीं करेंगे, कोई छेड़खानी नहीं करेंगे उसके साथ. क्या करेंगे, जो डिवीजन के साइन के बाद का नंबर है, चाहे वो होल नंबर है, चाहे वो फ्रैक्शनल नंबर है, उसे हम पलट देंगे. वी विल इन्वर्ट इट. इन्वर्ट इट मीन्स व्हाट, स्टूडेंट्स? न्यूमरेटर विल बिकम डेनोमिनेटर एंड डेनोमिनेटर विल बिकम न्यूमरेटर. ओके, सो दिस 3/11 विल बिकम 11/3. नाउ इट इज मल्टीप्लिकेशन. Now it is multiplication of a whole number and fraction. So I hope that you can find out the common factor between them and you can simplify it to the simplest form. Okay, so whatever possibilities are there, we will check out, that is diagonally and then vertically, and then simplify it to the simplest form. So if you will check out diagonally, here we are having common factor 1 ja 2 ja, no more simplification possible, students, because at denominator we got 1. Okay, so 11 2 ja 22 upon 1, or simply 22 will be your आंसर। ओके, वंस अगेन आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग यू स्टूडेंट्स, ऐसे जब भी हमें होल नंबर को डिवाइड करना हो किसी फ्रैक्शनल नंबर से, तो क्या करते हैं, डिवीजन के साइन को हम रिप्लेस कर देते हैं मल्टीप्लिकेशन के साइन के साथ, और डिवीजन के साइन के बाद का टर्म या नंबर या फ्रैक्शनल नंबर कुछ भी जो भी हो उसे हम इन्वर्ट कर देते हैं, पलट देते हैं, ठीक है। उसके बाद उसे सिंप्लीफाई करके सिंपलेस्ट फॉर्म में लिखते हैं। नाउ कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक स्टूडेंट्स, just opposite of this what we learned now, division of a whole number by fraction. Now we will learn division of a fraction by whole number. So 6/7 divided by suppose 6, okay, 6, or you can consider any number, suppose 2. Okay, so we have to divide this fraction by this whole number. So again same concept students, सेम कंसेप्ट करना है, ठीक सेम प्रोसेस करना है। क्या करना है, जो नंबर और फ्रैक्शनल नंबर और टर्म जो भी तुम बोल लो डिवीजन के पहले दिया हुआ है उसे हम कोई छेड़छाड़ नहीं करेंगे। व्हाट वी विल डू, फॉलोड बाय इक्वल टू साइन 6/7, नाउ वी विल रिप्लेस दिस डिवीजन साइन बाय मल्टीप्लिकेशन साइन एंड देन वी विल इन्वर्ट द, एज आई टोल्ड यू कि हम उसे इन्वर्ट कर देंगे जो भी हमारा होल नंबर दिया हुआ है उसे, ठीक है। कैसे इन्वर्ट करेंगे, अभी ये 2 लिखा हुआ है तो 1 कर सकते हैं डिवाइडेड बाय 1, बिकॉज आफ्टर राइटिंग डिवाइडेड बाय 1 इट विल नॉट अल्टर द रिजल्ट ऑफ दिस, 2 विल रिमेन 2, सो यू कैन डिवाइड एनी नंबर बाय 1, ओके, द नंबर itself will be the result. So now previously it was 2/1, now after replacing this division sign by multiplication sign it will be inverted, that is it will become 1/2. Now again same procedure, find out the common factor and simplify it to the simplest form. So here 2 1 are 2, 2 3 are 6. Now no more simplification possible students, so multiply the numerators, 3 1 are 3 and 7 1 are 7. So finally you will have 3/7 as answer. So I hope that you understood this, and this was only about fractions students. Okay, now I will tell you about decimals. Okay, when we are dividing any fractional number then we are getting decimal numbers. Okay, like suppose we are having 6/7, so how we are dividing 6, then we are writing 7, so simplification or division is not possible, then we are putting here decimal, then we are putting here 0. Okay, then 7 7 ja 49, then 7 8 ja 56, so we are writing here 8 ja 56, then we are writing here 4, then again we are putting 1 0 here, then we are going for 5 times, then 35 we are writing here, then we are getting 5 here, so this process continues. Okay, so this 0.85 is nothing but decimal numbers. So I will teach you in more detail about decimal number, how to compare decimal number, how to multiply decimal number, how to divide decimal number when we will solve the numericals of this numericals of the exercises. Okay, so I hope that this that you whatever topics that I delivered today you understood it. Will meet you in the next video during solving the numericals of the exercise. Till then all of you stay safe, take care, bye bye.